Hello everyone. What we do in the generation of Caribbean stars going into the World Cup is where we have representation on the Canada team. Taking that into consideration, I decided to get the thoughts of a couple of the parents whose sons are presently in the Canada squad.
We with a lady here, and I'd like to ask her to introduce herself.
Well, good evening. My name is Suazette Broome, and I am Kamal Miller's mom.
Okay, and for the public consumption, you are the daughter of one of our regular guys here in Toronto, in the community. Maybe you should tell the people who's your dad.
Oh, my father's name is Renwick Broome, and my mother's name is Annette Julius.
And we know him as Broomie.
Yes. Everybody knows him as Broomie.
Could you tell me how this whole trajectory with Kamal happened? Did he like the sport, or when did he start, and how did he reach all the way to where he is right now?
Well, Kamal was home one day, and there was a gentleman by the name of Desmond that was bringing his son for a tryout at Scarborough Club Soccer Club, and he passed by and he asked, does Kamal wanna join him and his son? And Kamal said yes. So Kamal was about 4 years. He was about 4. Yeah, he was about 4 or 5 years old, and I guess Kamal did really well, because when he brought Kamal home that day, the coach said he would like to see him back. So then that's when, Kamal just started playing soccer. And after he was at Sports Scarborough, his coach was named Ozzy, and he started going to soccer and participating in all the games, and he joined up. And after he left there, I think he was chosen by Canada Soccer one time. They saw him play and asked him to come and try out there. And then
that was the provincials?
That was the provincials, that is correct.
Okay.
And I think when he was in the provincials, he went to Vaughan Soccer Club, where he was there with Patrice Geyser. And I remember there's times when Kamal, they used to, I guess of course because of Kamal's experience and the way he used to play, he would go and play with the older guys. So he got a lot of experience that way. And he was doing really well in Vaughan. And there was a showcase that came. I think Kamal was playing with, he was playing with Vaughan. And there was a showcase. And what's his name? The Syracuse coach wanted to give Kamal a scholarship at Syracuse for 4 years, and then that's where it all started.
Okay, so in Syracuse, I guess he would come back in summertime or within the break. Was he still playing here? So it's from Syracuse he get called on the national? Or was it when he turned pro?
No, when Kamal was in, he was on the national team before he turned pro. Yes.
That's the U team, right?
That is correct. Yes. There was a coach, I forgot his name. Oh boy, I forgot his name, but he's someone that was in charge of the provincials. I think it was the provincials. Yeah.
Wasn't it Patrick Tobo?
Yes, that's correct. Patrick Tobo, that's right. Patrick Tobo was Kamal's coach. When he went to Syracuse, was drafted. We went to Chicago for the draft, and Kamal got picked by Orlando. And then, times when he was with Orlando and then he went to Montreal, he always used to go and play for the men's national team.
Question. When he was with, I know him in Montreal. How long did he stay in Orlando?
He was in Orlando, I think, for 2 years. or was it a year? I think it was just 1 year. And then he got drafted to...
You're traded, you mean?
He got traded, that's correct. He got traded. He got traded to Montreal. And Kamal played some of his best soccer in Montreal. His coach was Nancy.
Wilfred Nancy.
I love that man. And after he
so
went...
wait. For you to love that man, you saw a big improvement in Kamal's game. You feel confident that Kamal was in good hands.
He was in very good hands. I watched. It was so weird because Kamal was home, and he ended up saying, "Mommy, I think I might get traded." And I said, "Really?" And I turned to him and I said, "I hope you get traded to Montreal." And he goes, "Why you say that?" I said, But before that, even though Kamal got traded to Montreal, you remember the coach Thierry Henry? What's his name?
You're talking about Thierry Henry.
That's right. He was there, and then Nancy took over. And what I like about Nancy is that he brought out the best in Kamal. He brought out Kamal. I mean, that team, if you ever go back, I still have their games till now. I won't change my box because I want to go back. All those games where I seen some good soccer from Kamal. That he also got picked for the All-Stars when he was in Montreal. And he was there, and they played. The whole team played some good soccer, very good soccer. And the thing about Nancy is that Nancy knows how to connect with his players. If you've noticed, and I've seen that with Montreal, and I've seen that when he was in Columbus, how he connects with his players.
So if I can interject a little bit with seeing that Toronto people would be listening. What happened to Toronto? There was no interest, or what's the story?
I don't know if there was any interest in Kamal in Toronto. I don't think so.
Okay.
I remember sometime last year there was where they were doing some trades and stuff, but I don't know if I just read something like people wanted Kamal to come to Toronto FC. But I don't know if that was something that was discussed. So yeah, then he went to Portland, and he's doing well in Portland. I mean, there was a patch where he was a little bit, I don't know if it was himself or whatever, but the whole team wasn't doing that well. But I think they've gotten over that, and he's happy in Portland. He's married. He has his beautiful wife named Sheridan, which is my daughter-in-law.
Is that right?
So I didn't send you the picture of...
I didn't look at the pictures yet. I was on the phone, as I said, I was on the phone.
So you didn't know Kamal is married?
Well, listen, sorry, I didn't really know everything, so that's why I do this.
Yeah, he's married. He got married January 4th of last year. Yep, it was a beautiful wedding. Beautiful wedding.
So, okay, now, what was his, he played with the guy that is rated as one of the best, which is Messi. But did he learn, or how was that?
He enjoyed himself when he was at Miami.
And you like the fact that playing with a player of the caliber of Messi?
Well, when you're playing with a top player like that, you always have to give your best. And one thing Kamal said is that, he expects you to do your best and just be yourself. I remember one time, after a game, Kamal played, actually, the Canada team played Argentina, and Kamal didn't get to play that game. He was on the bench. And there's pictures on the internet, when he saw Kamal, the hug he gave Kamal, it's like, it was so genuine. I asked Kamal, did he get to speak with him after the game? And he said, yes, they spoke, and he gave him a jersey. And he said, Kamal must have said, things weren't going so well, and he goes, just believe in yourself. He gave Kamal that day. It stays in my memory because he said after the game, he gave Kamal a top, and he said the talk that he had with Kamal, although he doesn't speak a lot of English, he said, your turn will always come always hold your head up high, always be kind to people. Those are the things that Messi was telling Kamal. And I know Kamal takes that conversation very important, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because he's actually, he's such a nice individual. Like people say, you know, he's quiet and stuff like that. Yes, but he's a very nice individual. How about Messi? He probably did have an impact on Kamal.
Good. So now, I saw Kamal was in the last time we spoke, the game versus Guatemala. We wanted to know the roster, the starting lineup. I had to let you know I wasn't Jesse Marsh and everything else, but I saw he did start.
Yes, he did.
He did start in the game. So what you thought of his thing, and what you think we want to talk about the World Cup coming up?
Well, I thought he played a good game. When I looked at the stats, he had the highest on there.
Okay.
He had the highest.
Okay.
So, I mean, I thought he played a very solid game. I mean, there was some ballers that didn't connect with the other, but I counted like 2 or 3. But apart from that, I thought he had a solid game. And for 2 defenders that are left foot that played the same position, that other guy, what's his name? He was pretty good as well. So they both complemented each other.
And one thing before we move on, if he doesn't have a good game, do you tell him, or how do you operate with that?
You know, you have kids and you have relationships with your kids, and I have a very close relationship with my son. And when if he does something wrong, if he does something good, I tell him as it is, because if I'm his mother and if I see it and somebody else sees it, and if I don't, I'm the one that's supposed to tell him, or you know, his wife is supposed to tell him. So we have a very good relationship where I can speak to my son about anything, and he always has respect, always.
Good.
Never, and he's never ever disrespected me, never.
Okay.
Even when Kamal was growing up, I never even slapped him, because he was so good.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I never slapped him, not once. I have 2 kids, my daughter and my son, and I've never slapped them before, never.
Okay, so now we into this World Cup here now. Yes, they have to break down the roster. Hopefully, with his experience from you in Qatar, correct?
Yes.
Did you go to the 3 games, or did you see any of the games?
Yeah, I saw 2 of the games, and the first game, the Belgian game, like, you know, when I look back at the highlights, I thought Kamal, you know, he was in shape. He took it very seriously, and he also had a lot of respect for his coach and his teammates, so he gave it his all. So both games I enjoyed, and, you know, I had to leave, but I enjoyed myself in Qatar. And Canada soccer treated us well down there as well.
Okay, and what do you think? So you saw the hype, the 2 stadiums. What do you think here, going in here? You think Toronto and Vancouver could meet Canada, could meet the moment?
Well, you know, they have a very good coach. Things have changed. More demand on what they expect out of them. And, you know, it's all called brotherhood. And I'll never forget, as much as he's no longer their coach, John Herman did a very good job with them. Very, very good job. He's moved on. They have Jesse March. And I feel that, you know, with his discipline and the way that he wants them to play, they're going to do really well, because they're a good team, a very good team.
What about the response for the crowd? Do you think we can get the hype? Like, think the fans could meet that hype?
It all depends. I mean, if we have the crowd, it's in BC and it's in Toronto. We have the people here. We fill up the stands, and we just cheer on our boys. You know, I think they have a really good chance in getting out of the group. So, you know, we just pray, and they just stick to their game plan, and nothing can stop them.
All right, so I want to thank you for giving me the information, and stay safe, and wish Kamal all the best.
Okay, I will, and thank you so much for reaching out. And, you know, it's just talking the truth and wishing the guys in 2026 at the World Cup all the best. And as you know, things will just go their way as long as we stick to the game plan.
All right. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, welcome. Bye-bye.